She looked at me, eyes full of frustration, and said, "You think you know everything." And in that moment, I wanted to scream back, "I don't know everything. I just know what pain feels like." Because for years, I thought I learned enough, explained enough, I fixed enough. Maybe we could stop fighting, and maybe we could save the marriage. Maybe I could save her. But no matter how much I knew, the arguments didn't stop. The invalidations didn't stop. And the pressure inside me kept building until my body finally broke. A brain aneurysm. And that's when I realized you don't have to die to hit your breaking point. But you might if you ignore it long enough. This is Jerry with Rebuild Dad. If you're listening, hit subscribe or tap the heart. It tells the algorithm this message matters, and it might just save someone's life. It always started the same. A small disagreement turned into a trial. She was the prosecutor and I was the defendant. And love was the jury. If I spoke up, I was angry. If I stayed quiet, I was cold. If I explained myself, you think you know everything. That's what she would say. No matter what I did, I was wrong. Every conversation made me smaller so she could feel bigger. And I didn't see it back then, but I was trying to earn love instead of feeling it. Then one night, she started watching YouTube videos, the 10 signs you're dating a narcissist kind. The next morning, she walks in and says, "I think you're the narcissist." And I laughed, not because it was funny, but because the irony was painful. She didn't realize she was describing herself. She didn't realize she was the one who needed control. She needed to control every story to avoid feeling small. She didn't realize she was the narcissist. And that's when I learned you can't argue with someone who's allergic to accountability. But it wasn't the insult that broke me. It was the constant invalidation, the late night fights that ended in silence, the days I spent walking on eggshells in my own home, the moment when my kids looked at me differently because of what they were being told behind closed doors. All that pressure adds up. One day, your body decides it's had enough. For me, that was the hospital, the monitors, the bright lights, the sound of my own heartbeat slowing down. That was my breaking point. Don't let it be yours. You can only suppress the truth for so long. Your body keeps the score. It remembers every moment you swallowed your words, every night you went to sleep in chaos, and every time you said yes when you meant no. That tension, that's not anxiety. That's self-abandonment. She needed to control you to avoid her own collapse because narcissism isn't about ego. It's about survival. Her chaos was her comfort. Your peace was her threat. When she said, "You think you know everything," what she really meant was your calmness makes me or her feel her own chaos. After the aneurysm, I sat alone in my van and whispered to myself, "I can't keep earning what was never mine to win." That sentence changed my life because it shifted from me explaining to observing, from reacting to rebuilding. That's when I created Rebuild Dad, because the moment I stopped trying to fix her, I finally started fixing me. Here's how you prevent your breaking point. This is part of the 7-7-7 system. 7-second pause before reacting. That breath creates distance between stimulus and response. 7 breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Resets your body's chemistry before your mind rewrites the story. And 7 words, a truth that anchors you. Mine are, I am calm. I choose peace. Because every time you calm the body, you reclaim your power. Then use AAR. That's accept, adapt, rebuild. Accept what it is. You can't heal a story that you keep rewriting. Adapt. Adapt your systems, change your routines before your body forces you to. Rebuild your environment, your peace, your people, your purpose, because when you rebuild your systems, you rebuild yourself. Most men wait for collapse before they change, but healing doesn't have to start in a hospital bed. It starts the moment you decide your peace is more important than proving your point. She said, "You think you know everything." And I smile because finally, I know myself. And if you're ready to practice this, join me in the 777 challenge. It's 7 minutes a day for 7 days to rebuild your nervous system. You'll learn how to calm your body, quiet your mind, and choose your peace on command. Because if you don't build a system to stay calm, life will build one for you, and it usually ends in collapse. Most men wait for crisis before they change. Don't. You don't need a hospital bed to wake up. You just need a pause. You just need 7 seconds, 7 breaths, and 7 words. When she says, "You think you know everything," smile and remember, you finally know yourself. If this hits home, comment "never again." That tells me that you're choosing peace over performance. Then join 777 Challenge, because the strongest rebuilds start with the smallest pause. She doesn't realize she's the narcissist, but that's okay, because now you do. Don't wait for your body to break. Don't let it be you. Pause, breathe, rebuild, start again stronger.